Jemima na say ukopiem ewo social media dia na kyese enye asem ketwa ensem a ekoso na nsen eye cocaine dealer sise Ghana fo binom abamonte so ebe expose eye John Dramani Mahama ene ne NDC amayeku ne esanse eye cocaine deal no omo kyese omonsa ehya asiri sansem we ena kyese eye rebe intim fojo ebe ka bi a kyese eye John Dramani Mahama ema eye IMB for ebe fa ne ekoye kyese omo eye ho investigation na ene da idie ensem a edi akotene de enye fedi agrokra ensem ne emu edu nti ebako ne akotie His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ensem a odi tu dwane bi abane eba na ya toaso ede aman esanse mintumi enom enkwani enje fufu ewo ho nti yenko TV ema.
Distinguished guests, our sub-region is affected by the scourge of terrorism. Terrorist attacks close to our northern border have become a regular feature. Ghana is also not immune from the influence and effects of the complex challenges posed by the global security environment. This is because globally non-state security actors are becoming, or in some instances have already become, central and pivotal. This situation requires a comprehensive approach to state security, and one cannot underestimate the importance of active participation of all our citizens in the security and stability of our state. As citizens of Ghana, we must recognize that the nature of contemporary threats that confront us demand that we do not perceive our security services as the exclusive institutions responsible for our safety and security. The complementary roles of individuals, organizations, and the government in national security is of critical importance. I urge our citizens in discharging this complementary duty of helping to safeguard our security not to behave like the shepherd boy in the famous fable who cried wolf, wolf when there was no wolf. If we behave like that boy either for partisan or parochial interest, we distract the attention of our security services from focusing on their critical job of keeping us safe. Let us support our security services and the Ghana Armed Forces with information that is useful and intelligence that is helpful, that will advance their work rather than retrogress it. Let me reiterate that we will take all allegations of crime seriously and trigger our security service investigative machinery to go after criminals no matter who they are. But let me state emphatically also that we do not have the resources and time to engage in any game of smoke and mirrors. The Ghana Armed Forces is engaged in several theaters to maintain peace and security in our nation. One major flashpoint continues to be the Boko area. Only 2 days ago, an incident in a marketplace triggered an unfortunate loss of lives and criminal vandalism of property. I wish to emphasize that nobody gains from this situation of conflict and insecurity. We have triggered the Otumfo mediation process, which saw all stakeholders participate in discussions in Kumasi on a roadmap towards peace. I'm assured by the Asantehene that the process will resume next week when he returns from his brief visit abroad. Congratulations to our armed forces for the sacrifices you have made, even at the peril of your lives, to protect life and property in the Boko conflict area. We need the cooperation of all to restore peace in Boko and its environs, and I entreat all sides to embrace peace as we dialogue to resolve this age-old dispute. Distinguished guests, plans for the expansion of the Ghana Armed Forces to ensure increased capacity to counter both internal and external threats were initiated while I was in office in my previous term. During this period, we supervised the acquisition of air, land, and sea assets to equip the armed forces to fulfill their mandate of keeping our nation safe. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in resetting our nation to build the Ghana we want, my government will aggressively pursue the ideas of operational and combat readiness of the Ghana Armed Forces. We will resource the Ghana Armed Forces. This means better equipment, including more simulators, advanced training, and the ability to mobilize swiftly in times of need. You will be equipped to excel in your duties. We shall assess the retooling initiative and facilitate cost-effective outcomes to equip our army to the standards required for a 21st century defense force. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we revel in the significant achievements of our young regular career course 63 graduates, who are ready to secure Ghana's peace and sovereignty, we must also reflect on Ghana's illustrious legacy in international peacekeeping. We pride ourselves in our nation's commitment to global peace and security. Indeed, this has not been a recent endeavor. It dates back to the 1960s when, under Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of blessed memory, Ghana participated in the United Nations peacekeeping force deployed in the Republic of Congo. Today I pay profound tribute to the Ghanaian military martyrs who made the ultimate sacrifice in the Congo and other places. For the youth of today, let me inform you that the Congo Junction at the entrance of Bema Camp is a constant reminder of the sacrifices of our gallant men and women in uniform. Graduates, this is a noble and sacrificial profession, respected by all men and women, that you are being commissioned into today. You must sustain and enhance the momentum and add to the gains of your forebears and be ready to defend Ghana even at the peril of your lives. Since the 1960s, Ghana has remained unrivaled in our commitment and dedication to the cause of international peace efforts under the banner of the United Nations, the African Union, the Economic Community of West African States, and other mandates. The Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center has also deepened our understanding and improved our engagement in peace support operations. Indeed, Ghana is ranked the 7th largest troop contributing country to United Nations peace support operations. Globally, our officers and soldiers serve in 15 missions with a deployed strength of over 2,600 military personnel. Presently, Ghana has personnel in Lebanon, in South Sudan, Abyei, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Syria, Cyprus, the Central African Republic, Libya, Western Sahara / Morocco, Yemen, and Somalia. Our commitment to peacekeeping will continue as our contribution to creating a peaceful world for all. To maximize our national interests and well-being of the troops, we will streamline peacekeeping operations in line with UN requirements to yield the rewards that reflect our contribution on that global stage. The practice of fairness and integrity will be central as we enforce transparency in the selection process for peacekeeping duties. Together with your hard-working military high command, we shall ensure that the most qualified officers and soldiers are given the opportunities to serve. Distinguished guests, our deployment has been gender sensitive, making Ghana Armed Forces the standard bearer in the deployment of formed female soldiers across peacekeeping missions. Ghana has exceeded the United Nations gender target for gender deployment. For formed troops, Ghana has deployed 24.62 females, higher than the United Nations target of 9%. And Ghana has deployed 23.3% female for staff officers and military observers in excess of the UN target of 14.21%. Congratulations to our women in uniform.